Well, there's been a number of adverse events that we can learn from, and medication safety issues that we can learn from about compounded drugs. And they can come in a variety of forms. FDA has on their website something called compounding risk alerts that they would put out, which are essentially safety communications. And they describe incidents where FDA thought it was important to communicate the safety issues they identified. And there's very good examples on the website. I'll just give a few to give you a flavor for the type of safety issues you might encounter. So one example involved a situation where a drug called curcumin, which is like turmeric, like the spice, in your cabinet that you might use when you cook. Curcumin was used to compound a drug, and it had an ingredient in it called PEG. And this drug was made in a new formula by a compounder and then administered intravenously to patients. And the patient had a very severe hypersensitivity reaction to it, and one patient died, to give you an example of how severe it can be. Other examples they have on the website involve kind of new formulations of drugs that go into the eye. One example is triamcinolone and moxifloxacin, and that drug was administered, as an injection into the eye, and patients went blind from it. So the adverse events that can occur from compounded drugs can be quite severe and significant. And so that's another real consideration when the doctor's prescribing the drug, is to think hard about, what does the formula look like? What do the ingredients look like? Are they used by others? Have they been tested? What data is out there, to try to prevent a situation where they ultimately administer a compounded drug to a patient that causes an adverse event?